I think we also have to look at, like I said, what is in the hopper right now. And I don't think there's a dearth of houses. There's a lot of development that's coming, and it's both multifamily and single families.
Palm Coast City Councilwoman Teresa Pontieri on Western expansion.
Pontieri says she supports the city growing to the west as long as it's smart growth.
I absolutely see it as an opportunity. And this is one thing that I'm being very, very diligent about, is making sure that as we move west, we take advantage of the fact that we can help to diversify our tax base by having more commercial, more space for industry, really investing into maybe pad-ready sites, things like that, to where we can bring in some big commercial industry players. But we have to make sure that we do it right.
One proposed project would bring 12,000 new homes to a massive property owned by a Jacksonville-based timber and land management company.
It's a really good opportunity, and I think of Rainier as a partner of the city, and I want that to continue. But as a partner, we both have to engage in, mutually beneficial actions with that property. And the fact of the matter is, it is not mutually beneficial for the city of Palm Coast to go in and put another 90% residential and 10% commercial like we have in the current Palm Coast.
As $80 million worth of new roads take shape and development moves west of US 1, Pontieri says the city must be diligent.
We got to make sure that when we move west, we're not allowing the developer to do what prior council has allowed developers to do in Palm Coast 1.0, which is get zoning variances, changing commercial and industrial zoned property to residential. That is not okay. We got to stop that.
From the WNZF Newsroom, I'm Daryl Moody.
Good morning, Flagler County. I'm Rich Carroll. You're listening to Flagler's Morning News on Friday, November 8th. 62-year-old Lloyd Parrish of Palm Coast was sentenced on November 5th to 10 years in prison for sexual battery on a helpless person and video voyeurism. In February, Parrish recorded himself assaulting an unconscious victim who had taken muscle relaxers. The victim discovered the attack weeks later after seeing the video. Parrish later admitted to filming it and tried to pressure the victim to drop charges. Flagler County Sheriff Rick Staley.
A sex pervert found out that he should not have taken advantage of an impaired female when he sexually assaulted her. He will now spend the next 10 years in a state prison. It's a great job by our detectives investigating this case. Hopefully he will learn his lesson and not assault another female when he is released from prison.
Following his release from prison, he will serve 10 years of sexual offender probation and must register as a sexual predator. This local news is a service of Flagler County's Toyota dealer, Beaver Toyota, US 1 St. Augustine, here to wow you. You're invited to an upcoming hearing of Affordable Housing Advisory Committee recommendations.
The Joint Committee of Flagler County and the City of Palm Coast will present its recommendations to the community for consideration and input. Housing Program Manager Devery Paradowski.
The Affordable Housing Advisory Committee reviews the county and the City of Palm Coast regulations that would impact the development and building of housing, and then they provide a report of recommendations to those governing bodies each year on ways to incentivize the development of affordably priced housing.
She adds these recommendations are part of a broader effort to enhance housing accessibility and affordability through thoughtful growth management and economic development initiatives rather than social assistance programs. And public input on these proposed recommendations will help ensure they align with community priorities.
We would love people to get involved in the process, either through the monthly meetings or to provide some comment during this public hearing.
Once finalized, the committee's adopted report will be submitted to both the Flagler County Board of County Commissioners and the Palm Coast City Council for review and consideration. The upcoming public meeting will be held in the Emergency Services Building on Moody Boulevard in Bunnell at 3 p.m. November 12th. For Flagler's Local Morning News, I'm Karen Johnson.
The weekend is here and there's plenty of family fun to be had in Flagler County. This is Stacy with Fun for Augie Kids.
Tomorrow, the Florida Agricultural Museum is hosting their country market. They will have over 50 vendors, crafts, fresh produce, plants, amazing food, and an array of four-legged friends. Come out to the Flagler County Fall Arts Festival presented by the Flagler County Cultural Council and the City of Palm Coast. Find regional artists and artisan crafters, local musicians, and food trucks. For more on these events and others, please visit us on our website at AugieKids.com. Have a great weekend.
And now you're up to date on Flagler's Morning News. I'm Rich Carroll.
And now, Mike Licio with your WNZF local sports update.
In last night's Battle of the Bulldogs, playoff position was on the line. DeLand's Taj Moore scored first. FPC responded 4 plays later. It's a give to Mitchell off the right side again. Wow. He's got some room. He's got more than that. There he goes. The bus pulls into the end zone. The baby bus Marcus Mitchell got FPC on the board with a 45-yard run. He finished with 227 yards and 2 scores. Moore scored twice more between a McHale's Isaac TD catch and a Hayden Hayes touchdown run. Quarterback Gardner Norman hit Marcellus Carey on 4th and 20 to give DeLand a 28-21 lead. FPC fought back.
Hayes back to pass. Pocket holds up well. Deep shot for Zyzik, who makes an incredible catch and will walk into the end zone for a touchdown.
Zyzik, with his 15th touchdown of the season, tied it at 28.
Nordman, strict drop back. And now he's hit and intercepted by Corinthians Watson across the 30. He might go down the sideline. Nordman to beat, and he beats 2 tacklers. He takes it all the way to the house. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
Watson's 80-yard return on 4th and 10 gave FPC a 35-28 halftime lead. FPC was down 42-35 after Moore scored another pair and faced 4th and 1 at their own 44. To give it to Mitchell. No, Hayes keeps it himself. Hayes is running up the middle. Hayden Hayes is gone! Hayes' 56-yard run tied it again. Moore and Hayes swapped rushing scores again to tie it at 49 after 3. Marcus Mitchell gave FPC a 56-49 lead with 10:45 left. DeLand took the lead back on a 16-play, 9-minute drive capped by a carry run, and they led 57-56 with 1:48 to go. Time was running out for FPC.
This time 3 wide receivers to his right. Hayden Hayes rolls that way. He's looking, has Simmons down the field, complete to the 40, the 30, inside the 20, breaks it, loses the football, and he picks it up in the end zone for the touchdown! Touchdown, Bulldogs! And they take the lead with 1:21 to go.
Simmons goes 69 yards. Lucas Sahara's 7th interception sealed the FPC win. The teams combined for over 1,000 yards of offense. Spruce Creek's 2014 win over University means those 2 schools are tied with 9-1 FPC for first in the district. The highest-ranked team in the playoff rankings will be champion. The FHSAA will host the selection show at 6. Join Rich and I at 7, along with special guests, as we preview the FPC playoff game on the Flagler Radio YouTube channel. This is your home for local sports, with updates Mondays and Fridays. From the Sports Desk, I'm Mike Licio.